Oops. Oh, we have people! Oh my god, we have people. Oh my god, we have people. We have people, oh my god. Hold on. Let me get my chat pulled up here. We have people, oh my god. We have people! We have people. I'll turn these people on in a moment. Let me just get chat here so I can see if I can talk to you guys. Oh my god, we got like 2 people. Yeah. I kind of just seem to show up for Starship, don't I? Oh my god, we got 3 people. Yeah, I can time out the 3 people. Oh my god, we got 3 people. Let's pop open.
Future focused data. The ship was loaded with extra propellant
to
get rid of or vent before re-entry.
I don't really have
Which eventually cut the connection.
I don't necessarily have more than one monitor at the moment due to technology breakage issues, so we're running the stream all off of one screen here, so if I click away, that's why. Oh my god, we got people watching. Third time's a charm. Here, I'm just gonna turn these people off because they're annoying me. So, to the 8 people, I mean, back in 420p, you betcha. So, it's Starship time again, guys. So, who's excited for a little bit of Starship time? It's kind of funny. We have like ever since I've basically stopped uploading, we got these nice little little groups here of like 10 to 50 people that watch these launches kind of together. It's a nice little cozy far cry from our all-time peak, which was, I believe, in the mid 2000 viewers doing SN11. So, you know, hey, we're humble, eh? We're humble. It's Starship time. Looks like it's starting to really clear up. I've been keeping an eye on this little windy thing. If I can add my little contribution to the weather forecasting and whatnot. So we can see like the clouds and stuff. The launch pad is like over here-ish area, and the clouds are like over here. So if we just wait like another like 20 minutes, these clouds will be totally gone, which is pretty much like right when right when the thing's launching got big. Yeah, I did get big off of OG Starship. I mean, OG Starship, like basically the suborbital, I don't know what you want to call it, hop test campaign is really kind of the only time I got views, which is kind of funny. Basically December to May of, well, December of 2020 to May of 21. So, you know, maybe my whole channel was just Starship. I know, pandemic's crazy. It's 4 years ago, like exactly 4 years ago. T-10 for popcorn. I mean, I don't know, depends how much popcorn you want to make. I'm a big popcorn consumer, so I'd recommend just starting now, and then you could make thousands and thousands of kernels of popcorn. There's my advice. So, yeah, there's a little bit of channel lore. I'm going to turn these people on.
Altitude and trajectory below orbital.
Let me know. Last time they were too quiet. They're probably too quiet again, but I'd rather them be too quiet than too loud.
Come back into the atmosphere no matter what.
Now, meanwhile, the
So apparently there's an OV-10 Bronco around Boca. Checking, I don't know what on earth an OV-10 Bronco is, to be honest. I generally kind of do know what planes are, but you're pooping. That is fantastic. Congratulations. I hope you have a good experience. So we got our little humble, happy little 12. Make pilot great again. Well, making pilot great again is difficult if you look at the concurrent player graph of KSP. I have
particularly with regard to the ship's
saying anything to begin with.
And how the heat shield
Canada's kind of fun, yeah.
Here,
I'll turn them up a little bit.
Rapidly reusable Starship for the future. Now,
Yeah,
much
thanks,
like
lady.
our first 2 flight tests,
I'll just
today
kind of crank. I mean, you can kind of
also
see
just
the.
a test. Our goal is to gather data to continue.
I am going to turn, unless they're like giving actual mission updates, we don't really need them at the moment. So, yeah, and so I would say make pilot great. I'm doing stuff, so I'm doing cool stuff. Hopefully you guys would think it's cool stuff. You know, one day, not necessarily pilot related, but you know, tangentially related. So maybe one day we'll bring everything together and pilot will be great again, or whatever name that, maybe whatever name we might call it. You know. Anyway. I love the new Starlinks you can see on them, and they panned away from it. OV-10 Bronco is a turboprop twin-tail aircraft that observes boat and debris for the Starship flight. Twin-tail? I'm looking it up on my phone. That's kind of intriguing. I maybe have even seen this plane. Probably can hear me typing. Oh, no, what? Why would you do that? Why would you do a twin-tail? That is a really... War Thunder. I've played War Thunder. I mean, War Thunder's fine. I have like, I don't know, 30 hours in it. Nah, that's too much. I have like 10 hours in it. That's fine. It's a decent game. OV-10, bro. Yeah, that is a goofy looking plane. Hey, K's with the 99 cents of New Zealand money. I appreciate the New Zealand money. Woohoo, we got a dono. Let's celebrate our Von dono. Appreciate that. I'll have to, this recent dono thing, because I'm too incompetent. It doesn't really update properly, so we're just going to have to manually, once that comes through on Streamlabs, which may be very loud. Is this a new simulation we got here? I'll turn these guys back on. Just
we'll use the Earth's atmosphere.
I'm not really adding anything to the important
and
at the moment, so
into a controllable regime as we go towards.
This is going to be. I really hope they have some sort of boat situation going on. They may have said they did, and I wasn't listening. But I really want to be able to see the re-entry. Speaking of which, I have something to say now, so I'm going to turn these losers off. Just kind of as like a general mission overview type situation. So, in terms of Flight 3, the exciting thing about Flight 3 is that this is like the first time there's a high probability that we're actually going to be able to see the flight that was promised to us in like, what was it, like August of 2021 when this stuff was first starting. Like this is 2.5 years about, oh, is that guy at like the build site, or you shouldn't be there, mate. I don't know. I mean, they have the people in the launch, the mission control, whatever. Hey, it finally came through. That took like 3 minutes. Wow. Anywho, hey, David LDO. I swear, oh yeah, K's, that just shot over to the end. But when David's comes through, it'll come back. So I'm just gonna be too lazy to fix it. I swear to you, every time I kind of randomly reappear for these streams, you always drop a standard little thing. Appreciate that. Instead of the Pacific Ocean near Hawaii. Yeah. There's like not even enough. I could be talking about this for like 30, 45 minutes, but we have a launch to get to. So what I was going to say is this is the first time we actually have a high probability of actually seeing the flight that was promised to us in August, like of 21, which is 2.5 years ago. So we've been waiting, like, the up thing, the Hawaii, well, it's Indian Ocean now, the re-entry, like, I mean, I'd say we have a 90% chance of seeing a attempted re-entry for today's flight, which I think is going to be absolutely beautiful to see. If we can get like good live cameras partially. Oh, look at that, we got go. Look at that, we're going zoom. Obviously there's blackouts and you don't normally see during the re-entry, depends on what time of cameras and planes and boats and stuff they have looking around, but just seeing how this thing finally acts on re-entry is going to be crazy. I don't overhype it, but like, I mean, we've been ever since. There's David's came through Streamlabs. Ever since the like SN 8, they started putting heat tiles on here, and we've been waiting patiently to see them actually work because there's been a lot of commentary about the heat shield tiles they keep falling off during launch and they keep shaking and like I really want to. Everyone always talks about stainless steel, man. Who cares if you're missing tiles? You'll be fine. And then there's other people that say you miss one tile, you're going down the tube. So I'm just very curious to see. Yeah, that is true, investigator. It did take me a minute to collect my thoughts. Let's Boom Gaming. Oh, is that the real Carnassa? Carnassa, what are you doing in my stream? There are legitimate places to be. You just go to channel. Oh shoot, that's the real Carnassa. Hey, thank you for checking in and Let's Boom Gaming. It's really been a long time since stream. Well, welcome. Glad you've decided to spend your morning, or I guess it's like 12 UTC or something.
And right now we're just about to pass 18 minutes.
I'm just making sure they're not saying anything.
Again, they're still a little bit marginal, so we'll...
Super important. Yeah, thanks again for hanging out. I'll have to, I don't know, no idea what currency that is, Let's Boom, but for however much money that is in US, I really appreciate it. I did not expect to be making money off this stream. But thanks everyone for tuning on in. It's going to be exciting. And if I can regain my train of thought for the 15th time I've tried to finish this little speech I'm getting ready, I keep getting distracted. I guess first I'm really going to get to see the heat shield tiles in action, which is extremely exciting. I'm very looking forward to that. Because I've been very curious if this is going to be because one of the biggest kind of things I've been worried about for Starship is that the heat shield is going to be a completely no bueno type of design. And we're going to have to really go back and kind of if the tiles falling off at launch becomes a major issue and this thing really struggles off the pad, that's here I need to now, since David is in the most recent, I have to high tech. Oh my god, I'm doing the wrong thing. High tech live streaming skills. This is what we pay for. This is beautiful. It's just very exciting to actually see what's also exciting is normally when you're doing launches and re-entries, with the Dragon or Space Shuttle a while ago or any other vehicle, you're waiting around for days, usually weeks, months, approaching years at this point, just chilling, waiting for the thing to come back and then re-entry. But now we get able to see a launch and a re-entry. It's so much excitement. Anywho, I say too much. I did get a Woofy asks. Apparently they're going to splash down in the Indian Ocean instead of Pacific near Hawaii. Yes, if I could attempt to give my explanation, I'll try to be brief. But the theory I have, everyone, basically everyone has their own theory. But basically it goes along the lines of it's more predictable or longer of a... Wow, I can't speak. I haven't actually went to sleep yet. I've been up all waiting for watching NSF and Tim Dodd and everyone. So... basically, it's more remote than Hawaii, so because of the chance that, there's a breakup, and mainly because they're trying the in-space relight, there's a chance that if the relight fails or something goes completely kooky, that the thing's going to end up in a much larger debris field, I guess, or splashdown area than compared to Hawaii, and they just want to do it, I'm guessing, in a less populated area. So... your count instantly. Well, it goes up and down. I'm just expecting a nice little cozy crew. I'm not. We're not hitting the hundreds of viewers we used to have.
Shield made up of 18,000
$1,
hexagonal
yeah,
ceramic
appreciate that.
tiles.
Night Rider.
Those are designed to insulate the vehicle during atmospheric entry, where temperatures can be
Oh,
as
I have
high as
blocker.
2,600
Ooh,
degrees Fahrenheit.
Nice.
One of our test
I don't think I
objectives
really
is to
run it. I don't know what that.
verify
I
systems
hit
and
the
thermal
monetization
protection
button. I
system
really
tiles
have no
performed
reason
during
to. I think it's mainly if I just want to throw
And
mid rolls in
between
here,
the first and
which I
second
should totally do as
stages
soon as it
is our
launches,
hot
which would be
stage,
funny,
which is
but
critical for our
I'm
newest
not.
separation technique,
but there's
which we saw in action during
16
flight
people
test.
watching. I don't think I'm
Yeah, that
really
was a
bringing in the
pretty
dough and ad
exciting
revenue,
first
so really
for
no
our
reason
team.
to.
Hot staging had never been done before as part of a reusable space
Gotten
transportation
4
system,
for it. You know what?
let alone on a vehicle with
Since
the size and
I'm
power of
I'm
Starship.
feeling charitable. I literally have 16 viewers with the live stream, probably made like 50 cents, so we can monetization. We can just turn that off. I hope that doesn't turn off super chats. I don't think it would. So in case you feel so inclined to drop a casual 500 bomb.
Shield, and we were able to gather a ton of valuable data about hot staging.
We maximize the vehicle's
When I was
performance
12,
by
I know it's
leaving
crazy how long
first-stage
it's.
engines
Well,
on, so
in the
gravity can't
context
rob
of like
us of
childhood, it
velocity,
is a
but
while.
at
Like
least
I
not
started
as much.
watching Starship
Staging also helps to
stuff
ensure the ship's liquid propellants are
basically
at the
when I
bottom of the
started high
propellant
school,
tanks, which is where we
and
need them to be in
I'm
order
in
to
college
quickly
now,
light
so
the
that's like
ship's
a
engines.
phase of
It
life
also
pretty
reduces
much that
risk
I've
at
been.
stage separation because
And I've been
it's a
aware of
passive
Starship since
staging
I've been in
system,
middle
so
school.
that
Like I wasn't
physics will be
intently,
doing
I
the
didn't
work
start
instead of
intently
the mechanical
watching
parts
until like
pushing the two stages
SN4 about,
over each
but like
Ultimately,
I was aware of
will
Hopper
increase
and Mark
Starship's
1 and all that
payload
stuff, so it's
capacity
like
by 10%,
crazy
which
how long
directly
it's been.
translates to more payload and more people to the moon and Mars.
I've noticed. Well,
Now, the first stop will be the moon, and the
I mean, since they're just saying stuff that assume if we're all, in the really random niche YouTuber, space YouTuber kind of situation that we all kind of know all this stuff already. About YouTube getting pushed, like, ads and stuff, I've noticed that there's been those spacesuits look so ugly. We get those, we need SpaceX to make the Artemis suits, that is... Oh my. So the one thing I've noticed is like December is like the big ad month where there's like a whole bunch of ads and it's terrible and awful. And then January, February and stuff, they kind of start to drop off because it's after the holidays. So, but one thing I've noticed is there's been a very substantial decrease in the mid-roll ads, but almost an increase in the skippables. So I feel like I'm getting, or not mid-rolls, the unskippable, like the 15-second unskippables. Hey pal, I've been a fan since 2020. Thank you, Kays, for the 2 New Zealand. We are running in the dough. I think we've made like $3 this stream. I can maybe I'll go buy a French fry at McDonald's. Honestly, with how expensive things are, I don't know if I could afford a $3 afford fries at McDonald's anymore. Oh my God, Navigraph. No, I don't. Just a singular. That's probably all I could afford for the $1 or $3 that I have. But thank you very much, Kays, for the. I want to go to New Zealand one day. They have a nice place. They filmed Lord of the Rings there, which is pretty awesome. All right, since we're getting kind of into the count, I'm going to stop talking about YouTube and start.
Okay, still good news from down here at Starbase.
It looks like it's really starting to clear up, which is beautiful. I'm glad that they half a Coke. Yeah, I can get half a Coke.
8:25 a.m. Central.
I call it stream. Yeah, I think.
11.5 minutes from now.
I remember you're from
keeping an eye on
Poland.
is the wind
That is
once we
my
get there.
family
We do
is
have
like.
that
I mean, I'm
potential
obviously
hold
very
into -47
American,
for
as you can
hangout
tell.
and either
I
wind
not
side down,
talk
make
like
sure we're in
Z.
the
I always
right
try to do a
for
German
winds,
accent. That is
everything
not
like
at all German.
So don't be surprised if we do a hold.
That's German.
But we are not tracking any technical issues.
Like, I think a quarter of my family, extended family, originates from Poland, and most of it, like, I'm like 80% Eastern European, I guess, like Poland, if you consider Czechia, Eastern European, that general, like, between, the East Bloc countries, all the countries that keep getting invaded by Russia.
The launch pad itself
So.
is getting ready for liftoff. We commanded the
And one on flight 2. I really hope. I'm expecting a rather successful flight, unfortunately.
And that just means that once that rocket has sufficient
This is a
thrust to
cozy.
overcome
Yeah,
its weight,
this is
your
our.
thrust to weight ratio goes over
We should
1,
rename the
it's gonna
stream
lift
to
off.
Cozy
We don't have a
Starship.
command to actually
Even though
release
Starship,
the
I kind of
hold
like the
once
title
it
we
starts
got.
up.
I'm being way too nonchalant for being 10 minutes from Starship.
A few seconds after you see
You know what's super? I mean, you can see the cloud. You know what's super really unfortunate? Oh, now I have to. The thing came through.
Team just going to keep on making sure.
My money came through Streamlabs, so now I have to
really count down. But that's the latest.
I have to move this thing over.
Coming up on 10 minutes before.
I want to show you guys my real quick here.
Third test flight. I
want to show you guys my desktop.
Great, thanks, Dan. Now, if you've been following SpaceX
Look at
over
this.
the years,
Look at that beautiful. Look at this beautiful shot. This should be like mandatory or like by default. It should be installed on every Windows device. This absolutely beautiful shot of Starship.
Falcon 9 and Falcon
anyway,
Heavy boosters, 208.
oh my god, that's fantastic. I don't want to hear about Falcon Heavy anymore. Yeah, just chatting. Popcorn. Oh yeah, popcorn time. Popcorn time. Go get your popcorn. Still on Twitter, by the way, if we haven't noticed. Not calling it X because that's stupid. We're on Twitter. I know I really need to clean up my desktop. I am embarrassed by it. My laptop is much cleaner. It's just over the years more stuff is added, and I've never cleaned it up. I do got to clean it up. I do got to clean my desktop. So hopefully they're done advertising. So what's very unfortunate. Oh my God, we got the pounds. Been watching since SN8, not been here in a while, or not been here in a while, or though have you been? I have been great. Thank you for the 5. Why are we making so much money? Like $8, guys. Really rolling in it. But thank you very much, Tobster Luke 74. Yeah, you know what? Part of the reason I know I don't upload anymore now. I can get a burger at McDonald's now. I can get a burger. Get a Big Mac. I haven't been around. I know I haven't been around, bro. There's reasons. There will be stuff for me in the I don't know, 1 quarter. Next quarter there might be something Q2 or Q3. Maybe not on the Pilot channel, but there's exciting stuff in my life. One thing I am determined to do is, oh, here it comes. I got to recenter this stupid. I really need to find a way to. I mean, with the amount I stream, I don't really need to, but basically, it is a commitment that I have made to myself that I will stream every single Starship flight activity, no matter what. I'm on a good streak since SN8. I've streamed 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. I've streamed the godforsaken flight that was 11. That was an absolute disaster. I woke up after getting like no sleep, and I just stared at gray clouds for 5 minutes, and then went back to sleep because we saw nothing after it flew. So yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, IFT1, IFT2. Now we're here streaming IFT3. I was actually almost going to go out and visit and watch IFT3, but I was concerned just looking at the forecast that either it wasn't going to fly, or that if it did fly, it would be too cloudy to actually be able to see anything. And the irony, because fate loves irony, as we all know, the irony is that at the opening of the launch window at 7 minutes, it was at 7 a.m. It's at 7 a.m. It was fogged in, just complete gray everywhere. You couldn't see anything from Padre Island, which is where I would have watched it from. And ironically, there were boats that decided to be boats and do loser boat things and, block up the area, which delayed the launch an hour and a half about. And now, boom, perfect clear skies. I mean, you can almost see South Padre. It wouldn't be the best view. There's still some fog over there, but you could have seen it. So I wish I was out there. Oh, Cookie, hello.
Hardware received there.
I'm going to just leave the audio on. Let me know if they're too loud.
And also
if they're exceptionally quiet, too, let me know.
Pace than they used to be.
Yeah, SN11 was the foggy.
From our original
when launched, you know what? I'm like dialed into the mission control here, so I could. I'm basically just remote controlling the rocket right now, so.
Now we're just under T-minus 6 minutes.
I can scrub it right now with if I hit Control Alt 10 or something. Cocky monster, oh you betcha.
Big Shiver, we're looking good. 5 minutes 35 seconds, and we're counting down. We are just about at closing the prop load sequence.
Invisible from idea. I haven't slept.
Just a reminder,
I need it.
We're going to close out at around 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
God, well,
about 2
so if
minutes
you know, it's the adrenaline's starting to kick in, so I don't really feel tired.
About 10 million pounds of
but like the benefit of this flight going horribly and it exploding after 30 seconds is I get to go to sleep. If it makes it to, you know, in quotes orbit, or in quotes suborbit, you know, pretty much orbit, then we have to wait around for an hour to watch it burn up on re-entry, and then I don't get to go to sleep. And well, in the meantime, we can go watch back at the launch, and I can give my poor analysis of what happens. I think on every single one of the flights, I have given like I've like looked through the replay of the launch, and I've given my opinions and theories about what happens or what happened. Every single time, I have been wrong. So I'll give some more inaccurate and uneducated analysis for this flight as well. I know it's crazy. It's the third time. Fredo says. This is the third time. It's almost starting to feel a little bit more unique.
The excitement is definitely
the opposite of unique, normal.
SpaceX headquarters, there is a
So,
large crowd gathering.
I mean,
You
if
might
you
hear
think
them
back
cheering
to the
occasionally.
other,
Now, Dan
the
mentioned
flight
a good
tests
point
or the
about
hops,
hold,
this would be the
we
equivalent
have
of
an opportunity
SN10.
to today hold
So just
for
the general
a few
idea, like
minutes.
SN10 was the third
And
one,
this is
8,
a
9,
really
10.
cool
So
thing about Starship, and we don't have this opportunity.
I mean, similar vibes to SN10. SN10 was probably my favorite. If you want to take a little bit detour and rank the hops, my list goes SN10, SN8, SN15, SN9, SN11. The reason SN10 was my favorite is, first of all, because I believe that was the stream I hit my all-time viewer peak, which was pretty exciting. It was crazy having like 2,000 people in here. But also, it was a perfectly clear day. We got to see the really cool camera of the 3-engine flip, and then I was like, it did that like somewhat exciting landing, and then we got the bonus of a very cool-looking explosion. So it was like an all-around, it had a lot of ups and downs and excitement and
where you can launch the rocket
very goofy things happening with that explosion. SN8 was my second favorite just because it was the first time Starship flew, followed by 15 because it was the landing. But of course 15 had the cloudy issues, so
good news there. So we are
15 had the cloud issues. 9 was a really cool explosion, but kind of a regression, and then 11 was just a piece of garbage. I can't believe SpaceX wasn't thinking about me when launching SN11. How dare they focus on their vehicle instead of people watching their vehicle. This work, I really do too, you know? The excitement really hasn't hit me yet. It usually hits me around the T-minus. Once they leave the 40-second hold, is usually when I start to get dialed in and get excited.
New objectives there that'll eventually get us to that glorious, rapid, reusable.
Just by the way,
so badly want.
not that anyone cares, probably help my viewership, to be honest, but if you notice, I normally have a webcam going for these launches lately. Don't have one today just because I've been up for like 19 hours straight. I am not in on-camera situation, and I didn't really have the energy to set it all up, and I don't actually know where it is, so I'd have to look around my house to go find it.
We have closed out the process.
Alright, it's crazy how I went from SN8 crashing to the ground to 3 orbital flight. So cool to be alive during this stage epic. I know this is a great time for space flight. This might even be double the hey, we're getting a fair number of people. Thanks everyone for tuning in, for spending your Starship watching experience with this loser over here.
Just walking you through one last time. We're gonna see the engines ignite.
Pausing at T. Oh yeah, I mean there's so many.
Before we hit our
if for some reason, you know, I know a lot of people have like big TVs with like 15 different streams going. You have Everyday Astronaut on one. Everyday Astronaut, by the way, has an absolutely amazing stream. Not that I'm saying you should leave me to go to him, but he has like this really cool thermal camera that sees. I was watching him before I went live. He has this cool thermal camera that sees, you can see the fill up go up, like you can see the fuel fill up or the propellant, to be precise. Oh crap, listen a minute. I'm gonna stop talking and start focusing on the launch. Oh, they didn't hold. Oh shoot, crap, we're going. Hold up. I got super distracted. Alright, who's ready for launch? 30 seconds away. IFT 3. Alright. Starship hype. Here we go. I almost talked over it. Here we go. Aiming for a successful re-entry and splashdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. All engines on. And airborne! 33 good engines. Here we go. Starship 3. Pad clear. And pitch over. 13. 33 good engines still. 20 seconds into flight. 300 kilometers. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see what kind of camera SpaceX got for us. We have 33 good engines still. Oh, we got some on board. Beautiful. The Starlings are working better this time. Approaching 40 seconds into flight now. 3 kilometers up. Next up comes Max Q. Look at that. Coming up through the cloud layer here. 5 kilometers. Alright. I believe Max Q is a little over a minute 20-ish area. I do not remember. Another launch of 33 engines. N1 is... Well, let's just say N1 isn't quite as successful as that. Max Q, there it is. We have Max Q. Imagine if N1 did this. The true successor. Alright, we're about halfway through the propellant. I believe 244 is Miko, most engine cutoff. And we're going to get ready for hot staging. And then it's going to be booster return. Booster return is very exciting. God, this is working beautifully. Alright, 140 into flight, 2.3 kilometers an hour. Orbital velocity in kilometers an hour. It's so many units to remember it in. It's like 22,000 kilometers an hour, 7.7 kilometers a second. Not important to be thinking about for right now, which is we have a flying Starship with that view of the 33 engines will never get old. That is one of the most beautiful, so beautiful. One of the beautiful rockets to ever. Anyway, 210. We're about 30 seconds away from Miko, getting ready for hot staging. Who's ready for some hot staging? Hot staging, this is one of the candidates for best staging in the history of rockets, which is not a thing you really think to be thinking about. Alright, we're approaching 5 kilometers an hour. 10 seconds about. 10 seconds now from Miko. Look at that shot. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Hot staging. There it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, watch the engines. Oh, they're all on. They're all on. Or the ones they want are on. Yes. No explosions. No explosions.
Hot staging.
Hot staging. Oh, look. Oh, that is. Look at Starship. Oh, where's my mouse? I can't find my mouse. Ah, look at Starship over there.
Ignited on ship.
Wow. Look at that.
Starship on its way to space and a booster on
Perfect.
the Gulf.
Perfect.
I need a moment to pick
Look at that. Perfect.
because these views are just
God, the Starlings on board are so much better. Let's get some Starship. Let's see some Starship.
First stage is currently performing the boost.
I mean, boost is great, but I want to see Starship.
The second stage or the ship, everything looking good.
Look at all those. Look at the engines.
Currently performing the boost back burn, expecting
W,
that to
yeah,
last
it's
about
name
1
is
minute.
Space W. That's really cringe. Oh, we have engines turning off.
Powers the booster back towards
That
the
might not be what
and
we
landing in the
want.
waters of the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh no, perfect. We want that. We want that apparently.
Only using the super heavy boosters, 13 center engines.
We seem happy. We seem happy. Those engines turned off a little weird, but I don't know if the booster is going in the... It looks like it's coming back toward the right direction, just looking at kind of the clouds here by the grid fins. I think we have a successful boost back burn. Well, I love how we're completely ignoring the ship right now. Here's an onboard. There we go. Onboard of the ship. Perfect. That looks like it's fairly live. Yeah. 8 kilometer. Oh, that telemetry stuttered for a second. I thought we had like engine issues or something.
on the left-hand side of your screen, or the super heavy booster.
This looks, we're all focusing on the booster, but just look at the ship. And I'm just, as a preliminary, I see minimal tile lossage. One here, one here, one here. It looks like, obviously this isn't a comprehensive view of everything, but this is going perfect, it looks like. So, okay, so the next thing to look at, I believe 8:30, by the way, sometime around 8:30 is when we get Seco. And okay, I get it, lady. So what am I trying to say? So the thing we're looking at for the booster is they are not doing a entry burn for the booster. They're not doing an entry burn, which is something SpaceX has never decided to not do. Falcon 9 and Heavy have always done entry burns. We've obviously seen rockets like Electron not do entry burns and successfully make it in, and SpaceX with the Steel, but Super Heavy is a very massive booster in the most literal sense of the word. So
like this is just
this is obviously they've run their sims, but we've seen SpaceX have issues with overly aggressive test subjects. Rock tornado. So having it survive entry for the booster would be a great win, and then relight would also be great. That'd be the third light of some of the Raptors. Oh, we have Gridfins moving. That's big. I think that's the crowd reacting to that. And then we're going to see hopefully a landing. I don't know if we'll get camera shots. I don't know how close. I don't know if you can see it from land. It looks like that might be the coast over there. So they're like, looks like maybe 30, 40 kilometers away. Keeping a good look on the ship as well. That's obviously the most important part. Seems to be going perfectly as well. Getting ready for landing burn as we come back through the clouds. All right, this is our first Super Heavy landing, and only the second orbital class booster to attempt a soft landing. So here we go. It looks a little spinny. But oh my God, the Gridfins are going crazy. We have relight. We have 2 relight. Oh, that's not gonna work. We have 1 relight. That's not. Partial, yeah, it looks like that's done.
We can get some other video of that.
That's done. Okay. Back to Starship, which is on its way into orbit. Booster Super Heavy is dead. Rest in peace, Booster 10. I believe that was Booster 10. Hopefully we'll get some shots of that.
6 minutes total.
So it looks like we lost. Something happened there on the relay. Well, it was also spinning, so that could have been I don't want to speculate. We'll speculate later. We are getting close to essentially orbit for the first time of a Starship, which is really the big thing, which means we're going to look forward very shortly, hopefully, to a re-entry. Didn't equip enough chutes, yeah. So, assuming there's no random leaks or random fires or random anything, we will be expecting booster or second stage engine cutoff shortly. Telemetry looks good.
Just dropped a little short of the engine relay.
Could have gone worse. Hey, it could have gone way worse.
That view that we just had moments ago.
We are like 10-ish seconds away from. Oh, we lost the vacuums. Okay. So it looks like we're getting close.
Now the next milestone coming up is in less than a minute. At that point, ship will, or I'm sorry, it already has.
Oh yeah, there we go. We have all shut down. There's all shut down. Is that the correct velocity? Have we made it? Is this orbit? People seem happy. I think we are in essentially orbit. We are on target for re-entry in the Indian Ocean.
6 Raptor engines.
Look at that. 9 minutes into flight, we can confirm
Which is incredible.
the Earth is round. Yay. Alright, so next up we have propellant transfer coming up and opening of the payload bay door.
Completely blown away.
I don't remember exactly when that happens, but This is just the beginning of a very exciting,
we're farther than we've ever been.
A very exciting test flight we have underway today. We have a Starship in space, in almost orbit.
Where we've come, and it's only been 9.5 minutes. How has it only been 9.5 minutes? We lifted off right on time at
W's in the chat, indeed. How about that?
We had
fake, yeah, it's that camera lens warping. Flat Earth confirmed, guys.
Get us through a nominal ascent. Another successful.
So, okay. I don't want to click away from this in case something interesting happens.
We did see what looked like a nominal boost back burn. And then
I want to look at the flight timeline again and see when we're going to expect the payload bay door and the propellant transfer. Propellant transfer is obviously going to be the.
So be on the lookout for information.
Propellant transfer is going to be probably the bigger one we're looking for.
Ship in space. We've got a bunch of.
So payload bay door open at 11:56 is when we're going to be expecting payload bay door open, the PEZ dispenser, and then 24:31 is going to be propellant transfer. So.
Including that first ever Raptor relight in space.
Fisheye lenses and
so
density
all
and
of that still to
CGI.
come.
Oh yeah, all that stuff
started, but wow.
I just feel like it's flying side. Did they reorient it to have it like going belly?
What an amazing sight to see.
A lot of venting too. I don't know what the deal is with that. The locks and stage 4 things aren't moving, so
this is awesome.
I mean, this is who'd have thought Starship actually. We went from Hoppy to this to from SN8, 9, 10, 11, and now their successors are hanging out in 0G at 173 kilometers. So payload bay door open is in 30 seconds from now.
Be sure to bring that to you.
Yeah, I'm so excited after this to go watch everyone's reactions, watch every astronaut and NSF and everyone else. Wish I had my camera on. Happy, all smiles here. Third time's the charm. Oh yeah.
And of course, when we do have views.
Alright, so we are 10 seconds from payload door open, assuming that is still going to be happening. This should work. No reason to see that it won't. Alright, so it should be now.
PEZ door is opening.
Alright.
And there we just heard call it that.
Yes, you call it the PEZ door.
That's great.
We're not anymore if we go to sleep. I know, right? I'm up. But I got the adrenaline going, so we're happy. You just saw it? Where do you live? You guys Caribbean or something, maybe you could see it?
That test objective is already underway. So come back here.
Oh, it looks like we're losing.
Until T plus 40 minutes for coverage of Starship's deorbit burn.
Are they gonna leave?
By its re-entry.
Hey, whoa! We have propellant. We have the. Okay, well, I guess they're not going to give commentary, so we're just going to assume everything works perfectly. Can I not watch a replay of this, SpaceX? How do I get a replay? That's where they swap the CGI, yeah. Earth is flat, guys, we all know it. How do I report? Yeah, I can't reverse it. I wanna do some analyses of the launch and see what went wrong with the booster. I guess I could just replay my own stream. Should we do that? That's just gonna really kill the quality. Screw it. I'm not gonna listen to their stupid elevator music anymore. Oh, that's NSF. Oh my god, no, I can't watch NSF. I'll get in trouble if I do. Here, let's just, how do I, let's see, I gotta figure out how to open this up without, here. Can you guys stand by for one moment? Here's what I can do, just so I can, I know it's all black, I just wanna try not to accidentally dox myself, as I pull up my account and get my stream open. Which I have done before, I believe. I don't even actually remember if I remembered to kind of trim that bit out. So you may actually be able to find my address somewhere on one of my streams if you really go looking. So I've got this pulled up so I can do that, and we can review a very interesting launch. All right, so as we different sandbox, we should get some music going. How do I don't want to get copyrighted. We're going dark again, folks. We're going dark. Going dark. Let me go find some music. Go find. This is the troubles of running this thing off of one. I'm just gonna get some standard lo-fi. This thing says no copyright, and I've watched videos that have said no copyright before, and I've gotten, guess what, copyrighted. So we're gonna, not that I really care. I'd actually have ads turned off, so I could almost just blast copyrighted music if I wanted to. But okay, how does this sound? I don't know. That might be a little bit too quiet, but I don't care. We can go undark. If someone has the SpaceX stream on their own device, and I'm gonna get banned. Have their own device, and something happens on the SpaceX stream, do let me know. Fun fact: it's actually pilot and yeah. Technically, you already invest you. Yeah, you remember. All right, so we have our beautiful lo-fi, and we can watch, or lo-fi, I don't know actually how you pronounce that. We can go ahead and watch a replay and do some incorrect and poorly run analysis of this launch. You get to stare at my most recent donos page on top of itself, so hopefully it doesn't like double. So let's just watch and enjoy some of the Hum the Toothless. What is the Toothless Dance? What is that? I do not know what that is, unfortunately. So let's just start off with the happy parts. There's nothing too exciting here. What I did notice is the way they lit the engine. So it looks like boom, 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 boom. Oh, some stuff kind of went flying. That's kind of to be expected. Whee! And then it's moving. It's pad clear about here. This is all standard procedure. This is interesting. There's the roll program. Nothing all that exciting. It almost looks like wobbling. Actually, if we get any tracking shots, I want to see if we can look at the heat shield. That heat shield looks remarkably intact. The same says Mott Scanley. Oh yeah, Mott Scanley. Mott Scanley with his professional scientific reviews. That heat shield, just because we actually have a re-entry coming up here in time. So this is kind of, I'm trying to get a preview of, what we think is gonna kind of happen. And that heat shield, as it goes through the little cloud layer there, looks remarkably intact. I'm trying to see if there's any other views of the heat shield. So that's good. This is, so we can count like that tile there. It's, really, I think what most people have said is the indicator is actually, wobbly rockets. I can't tell if that's actually the rocket wobbling or just like some distortion or whatever on the camera. So in terms of, as I was talking about with the tile, that tile looks like that tile got like destroyed or hit by it. Doesn't it look like there's almost part of a tile still there? Like that tile is clearly just gone. But doesn't it look like there's like an outline? And same here, like these don't look like full tile. I don't know. Maybe it almost looks like they got like bonked by something. I don't know. Anywho. The tiles that are obviously most important are on the hinges here that people have thought, because you could lose a flap here. And it looks like, this isn't a great angle because I think we're mounted on the bottom of the front flap. Doesn't look like we have much of an angle on that, so who knows. Freedom True, why are you giving me money, man? Appreciate your excitement during the launch. Here's a little something to get you some food after you get a good day's sleep. Thank you very much, Freedom Trooper, for the $10. I can get myself like a full McDonald's meal now. How about that? When we started with the small fry, we're up to, then we went up to the Big Mac, and now we can get the full. We can get a Big Mac, a fry, a Coke. we can get all the diabetes. It didn't mean anything. It means the name that my 10-year-old self thought of when making a, I believe, Roblox username. So no, I mean 1549 is the flight number of the Hudson crash, successful landing, US Air Flight 1549, but I was into plane crashes at the time, so I think I just named it off my favorite plane crash. So amazing. What's a water review? I'm actually out of water. I have my water bottle right next to me, but we're all out, man. I haven't had any. I have a vitamin water next to me. By whatever these guys are. Tropical citrus vitamin water, flavored plus other natural. Okay, so I got a vitamin water. It's fine. No complaints about the vitamin water. Is intentional. Yeah, you could say that is intentional. Got a ping. Who's ping-a-ling-a-linging me? Watch, we get some N-word spam. Where's the... Cool. Someone deleted their ping. Sneaky brought up. Yeah, no complaints about the vitamin water. Anyhow, we were reviewing the launch here, so this is obviously just absolutely stunning and beautiful and amazing. One thing that is interesting, it seems like the I guess the windward side of the vehicle is like this half. So instead of like the space shuttle, which I don't have my camera, so I can't really use my hand with, the space shuttle would kind of pitch with the wings. The wings would be the leeward and windward. I don't know how to explain this. So the wings would, you know what I'm talking about. The shuttle would maintain a level orientation relative to the horizon. So basically the astronauts would be sitting level, or well, upside down. But I think everyone assumed that for Starship we would be launching, or it would be pitching over with exposing the flaps to the airstream basically, but it looks like they're doing it at like a 90-degree angle relative to like how you would expect them to, because it looks like they're going this way, which would mean the flaps are in that position. I believe this makes total sense. I would assume the reason is that you don't want these things to be generating any sort of aerodynamic force, because if you have any sort of aero thing happening up top and no aero thing happening at the bottom, which they don't, your rocket is going to very quickly, or let me say that the top of your rocket will very quickly become the bottom of your rocket. So, like in a rocket, you want the center of mass to be above the center of lift, essentially. And if you only have, this wouldn't generate a lot of lift, but like if you have moderately lift generating surfaces here and then at the bottom, your flight's not going to last very long. So this makes total sense. Always stop here with random Jerry tube to your name, and it's a coincidence. Oh no, that was intentional. I think originally my Minecraft name, well, I wanted it. I'm gonna talk about this for way too long, but when I started playing Minecraft, I started playing on Pocket Edition, and your little character, because you're offline, they didn't have online support at the time on Pocket Edition, was just Steve. So I got quite acquainted to that name, Steve. And so when I eventually got Minecraft Java and started playing on servers and stuff, I was like, wait, why can't I just be Steve? You know, obviously the name was taken. My 9-year-old brain couldn't quite wrap his head around that. So I'm like, all right, fine, I'll be Steve 1549. And then eventually when I got a Roblox account, my friend who made the Roblox account for me, who was also a dumb, stupid child, wanted to name me Pilot. Because I was into planes, or still am, and didn't know how to spell, so hence Pilot 1549. Pointy end down, flamey end up. Exactly. Fail again. All 33. Yeah, no, I was, yeah, see, I agree. I was getting 33, not just once, but twice in a row on an experimental test flight, all 33. That is very impressive. But let's continue. So, so here is, let's see if we can notice anything different. This is the same shutdown situation. And maybe they coast, it looks like, for maybe a little bit. And then they separate, they light all 6 and separate. I don't know, this looks the same without any other kind of tracking shots to see. We had a very good relight of the booster. This all looked pretty normal. The one thing I did notice, I didn't comment on it on the time, is it looks like there's a little bit of a differential shutdown in the engines. Yeah, you see it right here. So we lose... Yeah, they kind of shut down a little, like, it almost looks like these engines fail. I think those engines did fail, those ones out there, the ring engines, which is why I bet they didn't relight, possibly. I mean, that fuel is, I mean, there's definitely less LOX on this little gauge here. There's less LOX than there is CH4, it looks like. So maybe there's some sort of a LOX leak or... something funky going on. And then it looked like aerodynamically stuff got really goofy at the end. This could be them not getting terminal velocity and things being unstable. Because they didn't, like, this looks really quick. I mean, no, this looks like they're pretty much right about here, passing through, yeah, right about here, it gets unstable. Could this be something to do with the wind shear? Like, that Gridfin is trying and it just, there's nothing it can do. We are just out of control at this point. We're at 1 kilometer. We light one, these ones, and then, yeah, it just stops instantly. We actually might be able to get some information here. I noticed something. So light, almost like explosion maybe? Let's get real technical with it and slow it down. So we're pretty much out of control. I think the landing is pretty much doomed at this point because we're just spinning and like oscillating, it kind of looks like. Or just, no, yeah, this is just oscillating. We light, right here we freeze. Almost debris, I can't tell if that's just debris or like artifacting. We get 2 engines. Nothing on this side. I'm guessing they want to light this whole ring plus the center 3. Now we're still spinning. Altitude, notice, it looks like the camera feed is lagging. Altitude 0 kilometers, speed 1100. So I think it just plopped straight in. So I think it's on the ground at this point. Or in the ocean at this point. Very little deceleration, like this is very little. I'm trying to see if we can catch any green exhaust. Maybe there's a tint of green. Now, since the LOX was lower than stage 4, the green was the LOX rich. So perhaps there's not enough, and this is where we lose telemetry or lose video. So if I were to start spitball, I'm sure Scott Manley will have a video out in like 3 hours where he perfectly predicts exactly what happened, because that's just what he does apparently. I mean, there's so many genius, ridiculously smart people in this space flight. Who could imagine rocket science, huh? Smart people in rocket science. Where you could imagine someone could figure it out. I'm sure we'll see obviously other shots too. That's why we do entry burns. Straight every video per month. Probably not for me, unfortunately. Unless I have some crazy changes of priority. Booster 4, first review stack, boost 7, boost 9, first booster to light all the booster, first engine to land on soft. Yeah, this one was the first booster to probably land in one piece. So, we might be able to see what other shots we can get. I don't know if some of the people on land, like NSF or Everyday Ashot, will have cameras powerful enough to actually. This might even be over the horizon because of our round. Totally not flat Earth that we have. I mean, seeing this, that's what it looks like will be very interesting. So yeah, could this be an issue with not doing an entry burn? The obvious lack of aerodynamic control. But it also looks like some of these engines were failed before the attempted relight. So, are these related issues? Was there damage to the aft section of the booster that caused aerodynamic instability? Was there perhaps an explosive Raptor failure somewhere on in this ring, which resulted in damage? Was there slosh issues? Go shower real quick during the coast phase. Might show up a little bit for the next flamey bit. I will see you then, Wolfie. Hope you enjoy your shower. I could use a shower. I'll probably shower after. On the flight, 10 minutes to shower. Is it that soon already? Have I been wasting this much time? Yeah, actually, it is that we are actually kind of getting so. Ascent 27.5. Hello to you as well. So that's kind of my verdict on the booster. Obviously aerodynamically unstable, engines failed to light, crashed, burned, died. I wonder if this means we'll have to do a mishap report to the FAA. Hopefully not. Those are really annoying that they have to do because, I mean, this thing landed where they said it was going to land. I mean, honestly. Almost made the fuel unstable and the fuel pumps couldn't get the fuel to the engine, making them fail to splash. Prop transfer demo complete. Awesome, Kiwi. Thank you for the update. And Steven. David, that's a good theory. I wonder if the wobbling caused caused some sort of pump issue where they couldn't get the propellant. I mean, you would imagine they're decelerating, so there'd be positive G, so that the fuel would be forced to the bottom. They only lit 2, so I mean, maybe if the internal hardware was damaged during all this wobbling, I could imagine, like, if the pumps actually just straight up broke, that's possible. I just find it interesting that there was like 4 of the engines on this side during the boostback burn shut down about 2 to 3 seconds early. Pez doors closing. Raja? We'll have to switch back here in a moment. So I thought that was, you know, noteworthy. I don't know what else there is to say without getting more data. I'm really trying to rack my. I know I really want to get back to the main feed, but I'm really trying to rack my brain, see if I can come up with any sort of theories, see if I can finally get one prediction right as to what went wrong. I mean, the grid fence is going crazy. Tower looks good. Oh, yeah, we'll have to go look at some of the other. I have never seen in a Falcon launch or landing. Last thing, I am just going to compare the attempted relight time and speed to a Falcon 9 launch. So this is, okay, so it looks like the relight is about a low 2 kilometers about, so at about, it's about 1,350 kilometers at about 2 kilometers exactly. Searching for Raptor Relay. Oh, I do want to check out Raptor Relay. Okay, I'll be really quick here. Stand by 1 minute, folks. I am gonna. When is Raptor Relay? If someone can help me out here. T minus how long? I know this really information as the host of this stream. I should know. If it's in like 40 seconds. Oh shoot! If it's in 40 seconds, let's tune back into that. T minus 10 T plus what? Oh, minutes. 20 minutes from now. 10 minutes from now. Have I just messed up my stream? Hold on. I did. Oh no, this needs to... Did I not realign for Freedom Trooper? This beautiful $10, I never realigned. Sorry if I didn't. Okay. T plus... Oh, it's at T... Oh, I got you. It's at T plus 40, so in 6 minutes it'll be in? Let me just double check here. Relight 40, yeah, T plus 40. So we have 6 minutes. Okay, beautiful. I can, go away, stupid elevator music. I do actually kind of like it. It kind of gives me 2001 vibes. I'm just going to curious to compare the relight to a Falcon 9 relight. So a Falcon, this is a RTLS Falcon, it looks like. Oh, I'm still in 0.25 speed. So we remember the Starship relight was at 2 kilometers, 1,350 kilometers an hour. Oh, and just look at this speed difference. There's the relight. So at about, get the exact moment, right there. So 1.1 kilometers, 900 kilometers an hour. So that's a difference of 400 about kilometers an hour. Chopstick catch is going to be unreal. I am committing myself to go be there for a chopstick attempt. That's going to be one of the craziest things in the history of rocketry. Is a catch attempt. That is going to be, success or not, that is going to be wild. I really want to see that in person. People are going to go crazy for that, especially on the beach at Padre, and I'm definitely in SpaceX headquarters. So, as I was saying, 1.1 kilometers for the relight at 900 kilometers an hour. So, it looks like Starship attempted a relight about 900 meters higher than Falcon, and at about 400 kilometers an hour faster. So, definitely a more aggressive profile. If we just look, at where the two vehicles were at the same time, so this, okay, actually this is interesting. There's not that much difference of so right here is when Starship relit, 1 kilometer or 2.1 kilometers and 1,000 kilometers an hour. So Starship is only going about 300 kilometers an hour faster. Catching once they have more than, oh yeah, that's my prediction for catching is I don't think they're going to attempt to catch until they have 2 operational towers. And I don't even know if the chopsticks, the Mechazilla on the current Starship tower is even capable of moving fast enough and orienting fast enough for a catch. So they're either, so my sneaky little feeling that I have is that it's going to require a lot of maintenance or upgrades on the existing chopsticks to facilitate a catch on pad 1. So my guess is either I don't know if I think they're going to try a catch with pad 2, because pad 2 will be the new fancy shiny one with all the upgrades, and pad 1 will be the old ugly older sister. Apologies if any of you are older siblings. T-minus 3 minutes. Thank you, Kiwi. But just looking at this, so I would expect an absolute best case scenario is late this year for a catch attempt. My guess would be probably a year from now. There's no rotor relay. I think the relay will be successful. Re-entry is I'm very excited to watch re-entry. This is really incredible. This is the biggest thing to re-enter since Space Shuttle, and I believe it is bigger than Space Shuttle. So the biggest object to ever re-enter, barring asteroids, the biggest man-made object to controlled re-entry. Even uncontrolled, like what would be the second, like Skylab, I guess, or like a Soyuz Russian station, one of the mirrors. SN11. Well, even this thing, the booster. I don't know if it rutted on relight, but it rutted. So this is going to be an interesting re-entry we have. But what I was going to say about the booster is that, like, you would almost figure that Starship, because it's wider, would have a lower terminal velocity, so you'd almost expect it to be going slower than Falcon. But Falcon also would probably, since it's smaller, would have more aerodynamic control to grid fin, so maybe they could kind of turn it a little flatter. And Falcon obviously has the relight, the entry burn. So, you know, it's interesting to look at. Starship going a little bit faster at the same altitude, but, you know, this is... I'll leave it up to the Scott Manleys of the world to dissect all of that. So, has someone pinged me and deleted it again? Oh no, cool. Oh, we're back. Oops. Did I, oops. Oops.
In-space relight of our...
Oh shit, this is in like 20 seconds. Hold on, let's dial in here. Let's dial in here for the relight.
And then landing in the Indian Ocean.
Incredible.
So... Oh, they don't even have...
guys, we should be just a couple...
They don't even have a signal, so we'll just...
away, 40 or 50 seconds away if we do this...
What do you think happens if it fails?
Do want to stress
like
this is not a deorbit burn.
Like, what if it just straight up doesn't light?
A little bit opposite of a deorbit burn. We're going to be raising our perigee with this burn.
Oh shoot! No, this is interesting.
This is just to
they're burning prograde.
That we can relight a Raptor engine on ship while it's gone through a coast, while it's in outer space, while it's in microgravity.
4046.
All of the
Why are you talking,
complexities that come with lighting this engine.
So if it straight up doesn't light, do you think they would FTS it or let it re-enter at a wrong trajectory? Because they do have a re-entry corridor for the whole area, and you would spread the debris over less area. So I mean, it's an interesting thing. I think they would. Well, I think if the burn doesn't work, the ship will not be in one piece. But it should be happening.
Do it. There is all of the guidance is loaded
right now.
Starship's
oh, he's just talking about that.
If it doesn't see the values that it needs to, we could just skip the burn.
Okay,
so
well, so I guess it's in ChatGPT's hands. There, it's running
If it doesn't, as we said in the beginning, we're on a pretty steep trajectory that we are coming home no matter what, regardless.
No, they're raising the orbit. So if they don't relight, it's going to be.
We're in a trajectory that's
going
really
to
not
be
super susceptible
less than Australia.
Changes in velocity. If we were to do a burn, we've got a pretty.
That guy just said changes in velocity of velocity.
In the Indian Ocean.
So it should have happened.
That we're going to be targeting.
We don't know.
It does sound like we are skipping past the on-orbit relight demo.
Oh, okay. Okay, well,
again,
there we go.
We'll confirm all of this through our post-flight data review.
So they're intentionally not doing it because of the trajectory?
So now that's going to start setting us up for...
So, okay, this is a little confusing. So did they see something that makes it...
Yeah, that's exactly
makes them think it's not going to
to
work?
Next, around T plus
or
49 minutes
does this mean
Starship
that
re-entry.
They're not doing it because of their...
This is portion of flight where we don't have communications with spacecraft because they're re-entering the Earth's atmosphere at or around
well, we'll have to
about 8
learn more about that later.
Or roughly 5 miles
maybe Elon will help me. Has Elon tweeted like a happy something or maybe some meme?
The atmosphere results in friction and creates a plasma field around the vehicle. That blanket of plasma distorts communication frequency.
I wonder if they're trending #1 on Twitter. They are. Look at all
a brief communications blackout.
All the people are going to say
we
that.
We might get some telemetry back through a connection to the tracking and data relay satellite system, also known as TDRIS. But if the plasma doesn't
Elon's tweeting about Don
that
Lemon.
connection will be at a very slow data rate and definitely too slow.
This is also, by the way, the anniversary of the SpaceX founding, and it's Pi Day, so all sorts of anniversaries today, which is exciting. Is Elon here? I wonder if we could see him live tweeting about Don Lemon instead of focusing on his rocket. That's hello. Hello.
Great views from Starlink, giving us views of starships on board.
Hello.
Videos. And so we're hoping that the Starlink on board will let us, just like we're seeing these videos now.
Oh shit! I wasn't the first one to do the flat Earth
continuous
meme.
Communication lock with the satellites on orbit through the
okay. Interesting.
Now, this is
I feel like this is the wrong way.
Testing Starlink during re-entry, so even though we do have.
Why are we like we're doing rolly rollies?
Don't be surprised if
you
we
spin me right round, baby, right round. I
shouldn't actually
sing.
look like in practice, and whether we're
go.
able to get that live, continuous, high-speed data
round we go.
during re-entry.
Who's ready for re-entry.
Yeah, that's right. And one of the really primary
You could.
reasons
That's
we
crazy.
wanted
They have like
Starlink
no
is
shielding on the
gather
hinge
as much
mechanism
data
for the
as possible.
flaps
It's been
on the leeward
the
side. I mean, you don't
the
need it, but
payload
it's just,
on
you
one
know,
of these
kind of
flights,
crazy to see it's so
where we're
exposed. I
just-
mean, this
we're
thing is
putting
still
this
going
flight
through
mode
re-entry.
where
It's
in a
kind of,
real
you know,
flight
it's really the
environment, trying
interesting
to
thing
learn about
that.
it as much as possible.
This is a phenomenal view, by the
Re-entry
way.
is gonna be a really
Let's show you how
critical
fast
phase of
orbital
flight.
velocity is.
We
Just have
really
it being
wanna
so
know
low.
how
Oh,
the
is this
ship's gonna perform,
Africa?
especially that
Madagascar,
shield,
maybe?
as we're going through the hypersonic re-entry. So if something were to go wrong during this re-entry, we want as many paths as possible to collect that information, that data, just to.
All right, so it
just
should be
continually
reoriented.
feedback, into
Almost just
the
looks like we're
Starship
just
program
spinning in
to make
circle. Oh no, there we go. We're
more reliable,
leveling
more
out here.
successful.
Acquisition single Mauritius.
Okay, so we should see flat movement soon as it kind of get. This is gonna be awesome.
Now, if Starship.
Oh, it's moving. Is that flat? I can't tell if
all the
that's the
way
flat
through
moving or the
re-entry,
vehicle
we'll
just
collect valuable
moving.
data on Starship flying through the Earth's atmosphere at hypersonic speeds.
Why do I feel like it's? Oh no, flaps are moving. We have flat movement.
Will be more than 5
We have
times
flat
the speed of
movement.
sound.
I don't know why I feel like we're
Now,
kind of.
watching these live
Doesn't it
views,
kinda look like we're just
HD
tumbling at the
views by
moment?
looks of it, thanks to Starlink. You can see that.
Like, wouldn't
the
they be
flaps
using the
there
OLED
on the
thrusters
ship
to
might be
orient it?
actuating,
I hope those aren't
um,
tiles flying off. That'd be pretty funny if it was, but.
Certainly some incredible.
111 kilometers. We're almost back in the atmosphere. It's using yeah, I wonder if that's
We've validated
tiles.
Starship's ability to fly.
It's crazy having that on the
and
flap. You can
land
see it really
at
move.
subsonic
This looks like a
speeds.
good
Recall some of our
trajectory
flights
to
from
orientation.
years ago, and we can see there's-
It really looks like it's tumbling though. I don't know if it's meant to be just randomly spinning.
So getting data on aspects
Oh yeah,
of
that's
speed
definitely
control
ice.
while traveling
It's
way
kinda looks like
faster
some
than we did
blackish
before.
colored
It's
ice.
going to be critical to eventually bringing Starships back from space.
Okay, if it re-enters like this, yeah, this cannot be right. This has got to be 105. Like they're gonna start picking up heat soon, I think, and they are pointing the wrong direction. So unless those flaps are gonna start getting aero control and somehow gonna be able to.
Here, it looks like the vehicle is sort of moving back and forth. Part of what you're also seeing is one of the cameras, this onboard view that we have, is on the end of a flap. Starship has
Starship
flaps
Expansion
and
Project 10
rear
version.
flaps
Yeah,
in
this
the
is.
vehicle.
Oh, there. Oh my God, there's heat.
And oh man, we can see the heating. On
This
the
is crazy.
flaps as we're
Live
starting
re-entry
to
shots.
re-enter
Okay,
the Earth's
please
atmosphere. This is where
enter
the
in the right
atmosphere
direction.
is doing the work.
Oh, it almost looks like it's orienting. Oh my God. Oh, that's incredible. Wow. Jesus Christ, everyone go buy a Starlink. Look at, okay. Okay, if we spin here, if we do not stabilize, we're dead. Do not flip over. Oh, I think we're dying. It's coming in sideways. So if it can survive this is the best TPS system ever designed. We are coming in perpendicular to the correct direction.
Absolutely, kid.
This is the most janky re-entry I've ever seen. I was going to make a really bad joke about Columbia. We're not going to do that. Imagine if we see this thing. Oh my God, look at it. 90 kilometers, and I think we're tumbling, but we have live views. This is unbelievable. Speed is still increasing, so we haven't. It looks like we're starting to lose the shots. We just need to. Oh my God! Everyone, go buy a Starlink. Look at this. This is unbelievable.
The heat shield tiles doing their work.
The heat shield. This is perfect.
Up to 2,600 degrees.
Unless that flaps have stopped moving, we may have. Okay, oh no, we still have live aero control.
Yeah, now this was one of the critical.
Oh, the flap. Oh, flaps are folded in. It looks like the after in and the forward are out. It almost looks like we're losing electronic control. I almost want to think it's like reverting to a default position. But there is nothing. There is no. I mean, we're starting to slow down. I honestly think it might survive.
Once again,
this is with this ridiculous, with this absolutely absurd, tumbling nonsense, spitting, ridiculous orientation this thing is. And it's somehow still alive. Looks like we're just. Oh, we still have.
And the drag from
we still have live camera feeds. I mean, it's really dying.
It looks
like it's died.
down.
Okay.
So they can absorb the heat of the Earth's atmosphere.
Oh, these guys are happy.
They are serving.
And we're still getting telemetry, so it seems like the electronics are... Oh, we got it back. Oh my god.
These views are being provided
Oh no, it looks like we lost telemetry. No, we still have it.
On Starship itself, as that
I don't know what altitude peak heating is at.
We can bring these views back.
So I don't know if... I mean, the fact that we're still getting live telemetry has got to be a good sign.
If you watch closely, you can see the speed accelerating. Again, that's the friction of the atmosphere.
I mean, at KSP, if we're like this would be around when peak heating would be.
Potentially blocking the Starlink terminals right now. So we'll bring those views back to you if we.
If this thing is somehow
now, for those
comes out of
have recently joined,
in one piece, this is going to be absurd.
Atmosphere. This is super exciting.
This thing basically came in without, it looks like, any control. I mean, telemetry is kind of coming in and out, so
something we wanted to accomplish on
I really
getting to it today.
We've lost telemetry for a few seconds now, so it almost might be
now,
dead.
We actually have some heat shields here, so these are what's doing all the work on Starship right now.
We haven't got telemetry unless this is like a planned blackout.
So this one that I have is flat, like this is what would be positioned
if I can
on
look
the
at the
flaps of Starship,
timing.
whereas Shiva has something a little different.
Yeah, the one I have would be on the curved surfaces of Starship. I'll just put it in frame
At the
here.
moment, I'm starting to think we're dead.
Around the vehicle,
unless this is a blackout that we're expecting.
Of these tiles.
Oh no, we have telemetry?
They're doing the work to make sure
we had
that
like one packet or something? You saw like a little cheer there.
So we can recover the vehicles eventually and get to rapid reuse.
So
they're really lightweight.
Transonic out
sound
1 hour, 2 minutes.
A little different than I would have expected them to, but they are ceramic.
Probably dead.
These are
yeah, if I had to guess, we're dead at the moment. I wish we had some sort of camera that could.
Of entry. We're not sure how far we're
going
to make it.
Blackout.
Again, this is the furthest that we've gotten.
I just wish we had a camera.
The further we fly, the more data that we can get, and that's ultimately.
I mean, this has so far been the most absurd re-entry I've ever seen in my life.
Success given where we
are these people like still working?
Both the booster
Never.
and Starship itself.
And one of the beautiful things about
no
Starlink
vacation at Elon's company,
we're getting that high-speed video. High-speed video is a very high data rate, and usually video comes
it shouldn't be longer than a few minutes. So
hopefully we were able
I think
to get
4 minutes is usually what we would see
throughout the entry period, which is normally something we have to wait for until after splashdown when we get that data off the data recorders.
Yeah.
Well, this is
you mentioned
so far.
Again, that the flaps are.
Once I saw tumbling like that, this went. Like if it broke up and died at around, you know, at the
forward end
position we're seeing it in right now, I would consider that a wild success, considering when it first started entry, it was literally going side on the atmosphere, like literally like KSP, literally exactly like KSP.
At the intended location.
If you're, you know, this is how my Starship KSP re-entries have gone. Like exactly how. If you watch some of my videos, you probably have seen the tumbling.
It is an exciting end to what has been an exciting day.
Absolutely, and I mean, we've had some tests in the past. We had suborbital.
They kind of seem like they're talking about it. They kind of, these guys seem to be talking in a kind of a final type.
At hypersonic
final type, you know,
faster than the speed of sound, and then hypersonic
manner.
speed,
so
that's more than 5 times.
My guess is we're dead.
The equations of motion.
Did they actually say it was the end, or did they say if this is the end? I've been too busy talking and not listening.
Sound to below the speed of sound was one of the objectives.
You know how they say you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should use them. What if
that entry's subsonic period to occur around?
Kind of wish that my ears would work doubly as well as my mouth.
So we're not there yet. We're about 10 minutes away from that.
It was an exciting entry. Okay, so
would be traveling slower than the speed
so
of sound,
I think
thanks to the atmospheric braking system.
Better than after Flight 2? Oh, really? Because they look great after Flight 2. So
right now we're still waiting to see if we're going to get data back from this ship. We might be in a bit of a blackout period right now. So still waiting to hear the status on it. But yeah,
literally no one knows.
We got to the actual entry portion of today. We started
QB and umbilicalist. Oh yeah, I do remember some QB
a really
stuff.
Big milestone. Starship is pretty unique in the way that it re-enters, especially for something reusable. The closest parallel has been the space shuttle.
Hanging from them.
Comparing Starship to
I think
when we bring a Falcon 9 booster back, we're talking about 20 times the energy given the velocity that we're moving at, and all of that energy just gets converted into heat, and then we need to use those tiles to just help dissipate that heat.
All right, so
like you would see on something like Dragon, which uses an ablative in the capsule shape.
I think the blackout would have been over by now. This is like going on 4 or 5 minutes of blackout, so safe to assume we're dead at the moment.
All of that is just really hugely valuable. Where Starship is really unique is
chopsticks. They're moving? You serious?
Times is
I don't want to go to live. I can't really go to live cameras because of my copyright and stuff. But if they're moving, that is a major step towards booster catching.
Really learned a lot.
They're moving 50 minutes after flight. That's big.
Its basic shape.
The re-entry on one engine successfully. Ship last. Tumbling.
Again, if you compare it to the shuttle,
I wouldn't count this as an absolute total success.
It had a similar heat shield system, but it had wings.
We got to pretty much orbit. I mean, I would consider this a.
It was down to those subsonic speeds. With Starship,
I think this is a meets expectations flight.
We'll hit terminal velocity, which
to be honest
is around 200 miles an hour, and then we use.
This was a. I think this was
those engines do a landing burn.
Payload. Yeah, I mean, in theory, if this was an operational flight, they would have been able to deploy a payload, which means, you know, if you count it like that, the mission is a success. But I thought for a second we were going live.
It's going to be really important. This is an animation of pretty much what we were just watching.
I almost wonder if
video, which is pretty
the booster was if the ship was tumbling. If it wasn't tumbling, would it have survived?
One of the benefits of today's trajectory, actually, we got.
There's no payload. Yeah, right. There's obviously no payload.
Will be on just a normal mission when you compare it to our.
But I think this is a meets expectations. So I would call that a success.
So we go through peak.
I mean, a perfect success would have been soft booster splashdown and a.
And we're not doing a landing burn.
And a splashdown of
Starship
the ship in the Indian Ocean in one piece.
Recovering any of the hardware.
If anything, the booster would have been the bigger disappointment, not making the perfect.
We're currently at a loss of signal with Starship. Don't know for sure what its status is.
Cruiser approaching pad. Oh, great.
To listen in, but it was pretty incredible seeing the flaps really do their thing.
So, partial success if I was. I think this would be. Well, I mean,
one of the big trade-offs between something like Shuttle and Starship is wings can be pretty heavy. And so if we can really demonstrate that.
Yeah, if I were SpaceX, I'd be happy with this result. The booster would be a little bit more disappointed than the ship. I mean, obviously, like the re-entry is something we've never seen before for the ship. I mean, who knows? Maybe by some miracle we'll get signal back in a few minutes, and then it'll be like.
And
to
Dan,
then figure out what we're gonna do.
It'll be, you know, we'll have perfect. But I feel like we're about.
You brought up a really interesting point.
Oh no, they're still just talking. I'm gonna.
For on shuttle.
No, just in case they announce something, I'm not gonna mute them. But
on Starship, because we're
so re-entry was like every time Starship has tried something it's never done before. SN8 obviously with the flip was not hugely successful. First launch was not hugely successful. The first booster lighting was not hugely successful, or the first booster relight was not super successful.
On Mars, there was pretty much no atmosphere. There's some great views from our previous test campaign.
All sorts of stuff like that.
A landing
so
burn and the upright landing.
I wouldn't have expected re-entry to work the first time, especially with the tumbling was not something I thought would be an issue. But apparently they need to work out their RCS control for some reason. Unless the propellant transfer failed somehow, and they didn't have any propellant available to orient themselves, even though they were able to reorient after. So, I don't know, something must have went wrong with the Ullage RCS system.
We wanted the ship to focus on opening and closing.
So that was not on my list of expected failures, but
deploy Starlink
it happened.
Satellites from in the future, as well as a
I mean, who knows if that's ultimately what caused the failure? I'm assuming it did, because it was pretty much out of control during entry. And I don't think if the boosters really would have the flaps had really had enough aerodynamic control to get it back.
It's been pretty great, and it's great to
back
see
under control.
How those initial tests have been performed. A couple years ago for those high
to the last
altitude
tests
allow us to see what those will look like in the future. But this
So
piece that we're doing
the
today
ship
of,
was
okay, if
perfectly
we are
happy.
coming
I'm
back
happy with the
from
result of the
orbital
ship. Not doing the
velocity
relight,
and we're,
the
going
on-orbit
through that
relight
entry
was
period, that's the
interesting. I
missing
don't know if that was
piece, right? We
intentional, if
already
there
figured
was
out how
something
to
already going wrong
land
at that
once
point.
the ship gets to a certain velocity or altitude.
So that's, we'll leave
and
that
it's really
there.
this piece that we were trying to
The
figure
booster
out
is slightly
today. How
underwhelming.
do we
Ship,
get Starship to
you know,
survive
met
orbital
expectations.
velocity,
Some of those shots of
atmospheric
entry were amazing.
and,
So
we hope to find out soon.
Yeah,
if I were to,
we talked about rapid
This was-
iteration and how we do design. Part of our philosophy
Let's see here.
is
If I were to-
testing
so-
early and often and trying to test in a way that is as flight-like as possible. But
If
there's
we-
only so much you
thanks
can
for
do
the hours, yeah,
in a
see you, Michael.
chamber where you're trying
if we were to kind of rate this on a scale of
exactly in a laboratory.
below
So
expectation,
there's
meet
nothing quite
expectation,
like
exceeds
when the heat shield
expectation.
child hits the atmosphere
SN8
in flight
exceeded
to gather
expectations.
that wonderful
SN9
feedback.
Yeah.
And
fell below
throughout some of the
expectations.
analyses, and probably
SN10
just a bunch of things
exceeded
that we
expectations.
didn't quite
Yeah,
get right.
for
SN11
sure.
fell
And
below
obviously
expectations.
for,
SN
that have been watching along
15
with us, those were incredible
met
views to
expectations,
see,
I would
that
say.
entry
Just to kind of
period
get a
where
baseline for
we
the
saw
scale, I'm
the
saying.
the heat generating and
IFT1
because of friction
met
as the
expectations.
ability of
IFT2
Starship
I would
was,
say
being in
met
contact with
expectations
the
as well.
atmosphere, and that
So
resulted in some
by
hot
that
mass.
logic,
As Dan said
if just with
before,
all that
we
context,
believe
I would
that
say
we're in a bit of a
IFT3
blackout period. At
met
the moment, we are expecting the
expectations.
vehicle, if it's still alive, we would be expecting the vehicle to be approaching subsonic or slower than the speed of sound.
A bit more. Yeah, I would.
speeds,
Yeah, I would say this thing would
in
err on the
3
side
minutes,
of
3.5 minutes from now. So
very
if it's
slightly
still up there
exceeding
in one piece,
expectations.
it still has a way to go. We're not there just yet. But we saw that plasma
Exceeded
field building up
expectations.
around
Yeah,
the exterior,
it was a very
which,
exciting
can
launch.
blanket the entire
So,
vehicle as
let's,
it does with all of
let's
our
already look
missions,
forward and set
and,
expectations
we're
for
at a loss
IFT4.
for telemetry at that point in time.
Yeah.
So
The
Dan
plasma
seen
video
a lot
was
of those
amazing.
with,
Starlink
with
did
Dragon
crazy.
missions that he's
So
supported.
IFT4
Absolutely.
expectation is pretty much perfect. I think would be.
And we are hearing through some of the telemetry that we did. It did look like we lost Starlink and our TDRS data flow at the exact same time. Now, if both of those signals are cutting out at the exact same time, that could mean we lost the ship. It has been
Okay.
several minutes.
Just because I don't want to. They'll probably keep it on just in case. This thing is dead. It's over. So. When it fell, yeah, it was great that none of the engines failed. That was definitely Raptor seems to be doing amazing. Raptor's great. So if we just were to really quick set expectations after 4 before I sign off and go to bed, finally, at 9, almost 30 in the morning. See you, investigator. It's over. Yes, sir. Yes, Stephen, it is. It's the end of all things. Until IFT4, which the expectation of IFT4 is, I think, would be a successful completion of all the IFT3 objectives. Launch, hot staging. See, David? If you're checking out, hot staging, boost back, booster soft landing, ship, orbit, Pez dispenser. Maybe if we're lucky deploy a Starlink. Probably not. Definitely want to see a relight of the Raptor. That's one thing we really want to see that. And then obviously want to see positive control in space, which is weird. Yeah, definitely Stephen. The hot staging was a great addition. Definitely want to see positive control as we get close to entry. That'd be great. And then obviously a successful re-entry. And I don't know if SpaceX would do this. If I were SpaceX, I would attempt for IFT4. I would attempt a flip personally. My guess is they won't do that. But I would assume that this entry being decently successful, it seemed like the heat tiles held up quite well. It seemed like this was more of a tumbling issue. So perhaps if we could try a flip, maybe do a little bit of a flip, just so we can really incorporate another test objective. I was like, I'd say we definitely lost the ship. They have us in I haven't even been keeping up with KSP. I'll have to have a look. Have a look. See one of these days. Are they saying we're dead?
we're going to be able to get telemetry readings back, but we are possibly anticipating news that we lost Starship due to basically a double blackout from TDRS and...
Okay, yeah, so we're dead. So a relay would be interesting to see. Especially a relay after re-entry and all that stuff would be great. So, I don't think they will. I wouldn't expect it. I would expect the IFT4 to be pretty much the exact repetition of this flight. And I would hope for it to meet expectations, for it to... This is pretty cool. Hey, Bobby, you woke up, man. You're in Mountain, right? So 8:30. This is a great flight. I don't know if you watched the whole thing or not, if you were up for all of it. It was absolutely beautiful. It was a great flight. I got to go to bed after this, but yeah, that'll be the IFT4 expectations, and we're expecting. Let's see here, assuming Pacific. Oh shoot! So you're in. It's 7:30. Just woke up. Yeah, it was a great flight. Go watch it back. It was great. Make pilot great again on stereo. Hey, we got, they'll be. I'm not leaving the internet. So, anywho, so based on I don't know if we'll have to do a mishap report with the FAA or not. Probably will, because losing it on entry, which will add time. So IFT4. Let's see here. So. First one was in April 20th, 420, as is the way apparently with SpaceX. IFT2 was November 20th-ish, I think. See a Freedom Trooper. And then about a 7 month, I believe-ish. And then a little over 100 days later was IFT3. And both 2 and 3 progressed through the count pretty much perfectly, which was great, especially with the increased fuel flow rate. The tanking operations being much quicker on IFT3, it's always nice. So if we consider something similar of an increase of, I guess, cadence. Interesting word, that one, cadence. That means we're going to expect IFT4. I'm just kind of, I need to go to bed. I'm blanking. My mind's not working today or at this hour. It's going to be IFT4. Prediction for me is going to be best case scenario late May. I would expect end of June, end of July, maybe July 4th. End of June, early July is my guess for IFT4. Should be 1 month, 2 months. That's honestly almost a conservative guess. A 4th of July Starship launch would be pretty sick. Really get those fireworks going. But I think end of June is a pretty solid expectation. They've killed a chip. I'm guessing they're going to go offline here soon, SpaceX. So, oh yeah, looks like they're signing off, so I might as well do the same. I gotta go to bed, but I was looking forward to watching everyone else's reactions to the launch. I usually do post my little reaction video of the first few minutes of the flight. This is the only Starship test that hasn't lasted a few minutes, so I'll probably just upload everything till Seco, which I'll do after I get back up. Oh yeah, this is of course the anniversary of the founding of SpaceX, which is pretty incredible, 22 years ago. And look what they have done. It's pretty crazy. That guy looks like Jeff Bezos. Oh, they got a pie for Pi Day. How about that? Blah. So yeah, I'll go to bed and then upload the footage once I get back up later in the day. So do expect a little bit of a delay for that, but not many people watch it anyway, to be honest. So they're done. I'm done. So thank you all very much for the generous support. Actually, I can afford a full McDonald's meal thanks to all your donos from today's stream. We had a pretty good number of viewers for a completely dormant channel. So thanks everyone for tuning in. It was a pretty happy, successful, and I don't know what else word. Good launch. Good launch. One of the better launches of ever. One of the better launches that I've seen live. So, again, thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off for today. So, thanks for watching. Oh, I got to remember my script. I say the same. If you ever notice in my videos, I have a little script I follow that I do every time for like OCD reasons. So. Let's try it again. So, thanks for watching. Until next time, please rate or comment to this video. Once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and bye.